and I take it all very seriously. And so we've got the portal now, which I know you're familiar with, signing people up for the portal. People can text message us. They can email us at update@evansdisability.com. We have a chat on our website. And then one of the features we're going to be implementing here in the next coming weeks is a Calendly spot on our website where current clients can go in and make an appointment and talk to one of their representatives. So, which I'm excited about as well. Hi, Rhena. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How
Awesome.
are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. So I appreciate you carving out some time in your normally exceptionally busy day. I know how busy you are meeting with clients throughout the day. But what I'd like to do in sort of my big picture thinking was that so often, especially you and kind of the folks on your team, you're interviewing clients all day and asking them a lot of sort of intimate, detailed type questions to fully understand what's going on with their disabilities and their personal life, and sometimes even like financial questions. And a lot of it's because I know we're trying to, help people qualify for SSI or SSDI or, the different disability programs. And they never really get to ask you questions about who you are and where you come from. And so I wanted to give an opportunity and a space where maybe folks can get to just know you a little bit. And so that's why I wanted to create these videos and this kind of vignette / podcast and just to interview our own team and then beyond that, hopefully down the road. So Rhena, why don't you tell our clients or our potential clients a little bit about who you are and where you come from and, all that good stuff.
Sure, absolutely. I feel so blessed that I'm part of Evans Disability and sharing this great video, sharing of who I am. Well, by the way, my name is Rhena, and I'm a proud Filipino from the beautiful country, Philippines, and I'm so grateful for the amazing culture and customs that have been part of my upbringing and have shaped me into a person I am today. And I've been working in the BPO industry for about 9 years and been working with a lot of beautiful people and been in customer service for the longest time.
And what were some of and there seems to be a theme because we got really blessed and lucky to kind of meet not only your former coworkers, but your team and got to recruit quite a few people. And what were some of the major corporations or companies, global companies that you worked for prior to coming to Evans Disability?
Well, I've been working with AT&T before, specific to telco, and then working with T-Mobile and Under Armour, focusing on customer service.
Oh, Under Armour as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
The big fan of Under Armour, the clothing and the brand. So how did you end up working here, like with Evans Disability? Do you remember how you kind of got introduced to us?
Yes. Well, I was looking for an opportunity last year, looking for a work at home setup because of pandemic, and I was so blessed and grateful that I have my previous coworker referred me to work with Evans Disability, and I shoot an immediate email, and luckily, I got a job.
Well, we feel like we're the lucky ones. And so you've worked with us now for, I want to say, close to a year. And you're what I would refer to as our application specialist. Why don't you tell our folks who are listening or watching this just what an application specialist does?
Well, that is a really good question. Well, as a application specialist at a firm, I am specialized to help clients answer the questionnaires provided by Social Security. Those specific questions, I help them out. And I provide assistance to our claimants filing their applications, answering their questions, and following up with them. And I would like also to highlight this, that with application team, we can do an on-the-spot application, but mostly the next day or the day after tomorrow, compared to a month waiting to get an appointment with Social Security. So that's a good point.
No, I love that, and it's a great point to bring up. It's one of the beautiful things about working with your team and our firm is that, a lot of times when you make an appointment with Social Security, you'll have to make an appointment with Social Security to get your application started for an interview. And that could be a month out, where you guys are doing great. You're able to, if someone calls in and there's an open spot, they can just literally do an application with you, Johnny, on the spot. So that's cool. And I know this just from a professional standpoint and working with you closely. But maybe you can tell our audience a little bit about, because there are a ton of complicated questions, maybe a little bit about the internal training that you go through here, and maybe describe that for the audience, just so it's not like, hey, I live in the Philippines and I'm doing Social Security applications, which is pretty exclusive to the United States. Maybe tell the audience a little bit about the training and the process and everything you have to go through in order to even do what you do.
Of course. Well, definitely our clients can trust anyone from the firm, because we did a lot of trainings, even a weekly training, and that is mandatory. We have to join the training to help us grow our knowledge and to add more value to our clients, to the firm, and as a team. So we want to make sure that we are updated. What are the things that need to do? Everything about the firm and about Social Security. And of course, we have the most brilliant lawyer in disability. Yeah, you're so brilliant and smart. You help all of the people in a firm. So you want to make sure everything looks really great all the time.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. We, so just, so our audience knows we meet weekly, and it's just every week. It's just, without fail, we just meet weekly, of course, on holidays, but, or if I'm out of town or something. But even then, another lawyer will step in, and we're just constantly training. It's just ongoing. It just never really stops. And we have just the whole team join, and it's a lot of fun. I think it is actually one of my favorite parts of my job, is the training that we do on a weekly basis. And you've really started to shine in that as well, and helping others with your answers. And so I'm so grateful for that as well. So why don't you, out of curiosity, what are the top, 2 or 3 frequently asked questions that you get from clients while you're doing applications with them?
Well, that's a really great question. After we complete the application, most of our clients asked for the time frame for how long it would take. Well, we provide advisements at the end of the call, how long it will take. So an application process, it will take 4 to 6 months on average before we hear a decision from Social Security. But since pandemic hit, then there are cases that took a year, or it could be more than that. But of course, I highlight to our clients that as long as they have us, well, they have someone to look after for all of the paperworks and all the things that we need to complete through Social Security. And then other thing, aside from that, there are also clients who asked for how are we getting paid. So I always tell them that we only get paid unless they win their case. So they are very conscious about the pay, because, they don't have that money to pay us. So I always highlight that.
Well, those are great answers. And, Rhena, as you mentioned, sometimes now with the application, just before they get a disposition or an answer on their initial application, the average time is typically 4 to 6 months. But like you said, due to the pandemic and the backlog of cases that went on during the pandemic, we're seeing as long as a year now. So that's really a great thing to highlight. And then, of course, if you're denied at application, it can take even longer than 4 to 6 months. It can take another 4 to 6 months at that level. And then if you're denied there, you have to request a hearing before a judge, and that could take another year. So globally, the case can take what? What do you think? 2?
Around a couple of years.
Right. Yeah. So, so great. What is 1 or 2 pieces of advice that you give to new clients that are just applying? What 1 or 2 pieces of advice would you give them?
Well, first thing, I would inform them that they have to be calm because there are some clients that a bit nervous during application because they don't want to create mistake or whatnot. But I tell them to remain honest and do their best to answer all of the questions to the best of their ability. That's one thing. And aside from that, another tips to client is completely check in with us. If they have questions, just reach out to our office and definitely we'll get back to them right away if they don't hear from us. Like if we're not answering the phone call, we'll get to them 24 hours or the day after. So I always tell them about that in terms of communication.
I was just talking to Rose about that, and I was saying to her, one of our goals, and especially with our customer service team and our legal assistants, is to get back to every client the same business day, but no later than the next business day. So I'm glad you're telling clients that's our goal. And of course, we're trying to create new and unique ways for clients to get a hold of us and to communicate with us. As you know, one of our goals is to serve as many people as we can possibly serve, but to stand by our mission, of hope, encouragement, and knowledge by walking with people through the Social Security disability process. And just, about the communication piece, because it's so important to me, because I think if there's any, criticism that people will give me, it's the firm is, need to be better at client communication. And so, and I listen to both constructive criticism and negative and positive criticism. And I take it all very seriously. And so we've got the portal now, which I know you're familiar with, signing people up for the portal. People can text message us. They can email us at update@evansdisability.com. We have a chat on our website. And then one of the features we're going to be implementing here in the next coming weeks is a Calendly spot on our website where current clients can go in and make an appointment and talk to one of their representatives. So, which I'm excited about as well. So, all fun things to come, all fun things to share. So anyway, Rhena, thank you so much for your time and letting me ramble here a little bit at the end. I am so grateful to have you as part of our firm, all the great work that you do, and keep up the good work.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank
I appreciate you today.
Thank you.